morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast as Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of the day.
So call in at 888-565-1470 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning. Shake off your sleepies, buckle in, because it's showtime.
Wow. And welcome to the Brooklyn Morning Brew.
You forgot what time it is?
I forget what time of day it is.
Good morning to you. Happy Tuesday.
Good morning.
I haven't even said good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. No. Well, we had California business.
We walk in, it's like before you even walk in the door, we go from the car, working in the car, right in here, and everyone sort of takes their spots, is all I can tell you.
It's funny because when you work with California, you're 3 hours ahead of them. So
except she doesn't sleep.
It's 10 o'clock over there and it's 1 o'clock in the morning over here. So you're trying to get things in, and I came in to finish it. And then London calls because we're trying to get some business in Europe. And they're 6 hours ahead. So it's morning there when it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sitting there and I'm trying to get the stuff out. But
I was laughing when California texted 6 o'clock this morning, which meant it was 3 o'clock in the morning her time. And then I thought, well, maybe she went to sleep, and then it was 7:30 and it was still 4:30. So I don't think she sleeps.
Well, I can tell you one thing.
You don't sleep either?
Sleeping. I'm not sleeping because obviously, you're trying to get the workout, trying to get the stuff going. And there is a difference in time.
It's funny, when I always seem to kind of match. Today is stripe day at the cafe.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You're in plaid, I'm in stripes. The past 2 days we were both in blue. What memo was this
First of all, I was so tired this morning, I put on 2 different shoes. I put on a broken shirt. I put on a pair of shorts. And I said, okay, I'm ready for work. I said, no, this ain't going to work.
It could be like kind of a mix shoe, kind of mix sock kind of day. Happy Tuesday to you.
It's Tuesday, right?
It is Tuesday. Good morning, everyone.
It's the 9th already.
It is?
The 9th of June?
June? Wow. Right? It is unbelievable. I'm excited, though, because we have a guest this morning. We don't often have guests and hosts with us in the morning on the Cafe Brew, but I'm happy she's there. And, the first thing she said to me is, has he had his CBD neuro this morning? And I went, no, that would explain a lot,
wouldn't it? And as you can tell, I is about to do that because I'm going to tell you.
You need it.
I do need it. So this morning, and then I got to tell you something. So the beast has awoken. That's what I call everybody getting back to work. The beast has awoken, and people drive like they're nuts. I mean, I don't understand what's going on here.
You saw that too, huh?
400 people want to get to the light to stop at 100 miles an hour, and they all stop. So I get next to the guy driving 200 miles an hour that blew by me, and I look at him and I go like this. Wait. He says, I'm in a hurry.
Everyone's in a hurry, rushing to go nowhere to the light is all I can tell you.
Hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait at the red light. Yeah, I saw it heading down Glades once.
Never saw this before.
By 95, everyone's stop and go, and it's interesting. Anyway, we're a little choppy, so let's check the stream, guys, and see what we got open. But happy Tuesday, we just keep rolling and going. You see, I'm like a little delayed, but kind of cool. We'll check it out. Anyway, give us a call, 888-994-4995, and press 1 for Studio A, and you will get the cafe. Let us know how your Tuesday morning is going. You're all red? Just me then. I could be a little choppy.
It's a problem. I tell you what the problem is.
What's the problem?
It's a new box.
None of the other TVs are choppy.
Oh, maybe it's just the HDMI.
It's the new HDMI we put in. Just make sure all they're tight.
She's laughing, but I'm very happy that our air works today because it is like 110 degrees here in South Florida. Quite humid, quite all of those things. But we've got a special guest joining us today, and I'm glad she was here. She's funny. Did he take his CBD? Nope. And you know what? Not. Now I realize, but wait, this is no offense to anything. Because we've been doing the morning show in here, and the CBD isn't in here, it's in the other studio. You have not been taking it in the morning.
That's not true.
You've been taking it?
What do you think? I get up at the commercial break and go to
this is you on CBD?
No, I haven't taken it today.
Yeah, we got to get some in you.
No, I got it here.
She's getting me my CBN because sleeping 1 out of 7 nights a week, not so good. And the phone is ringing.
And there's Ken Lerman is calling. Now I can see when people call in.
So good morning, everyone. We've got Jay with us from your CBD store, and they've got a lot of things going on.
Yes, we need to catch up because There's a new show. I spoke to a couple of people today starting a new show about getting business back to business. And it starts with the mentality of not being afraid and being courageous, but being safe. So the new slogan now is, oh man, what did Cuomo call it? Stay safe, be safe. Oh, now I forgot. Something about the new slogan has changed where now they want you to be back in business, but they want you to do it safe. And
Well, of course.
the research has shown that we've gone up 8,000 cases in the last 8 days. Yesterday, we didn't break 1,000 for the first time in Florida, 964. Woohoo! You know, because we're not being safe. And a lot of it is being now given to protesting. And you know, CBD has been known to chill you out a little bit and take away the edge and sort of calm the waters. And every day somebody else says something stupid or somebody else does something stupid. And I'm referring to the deal in Austin, Texas, where another black life was lost at the hands of police over the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I heard about the 22-minute chase and all that. People are stressing out. That's the bottom line.
Oh, for sure.
And we're gonna have to start working upstairs before we can work on the physical body, because obviously everybody's a little bit tense right now, for good reason. I'm not criticizing the reason, I get it, but I think that we're gonna have to need some help. Even those people who aren't protesting and are trying to get back to work, like the stores open up in New York, you can see the fear in their face. You can see the body English, the tension, everything that's going on right now. So you couldn't have picked a better time to be on the set, because I think people can really use your product and what's going on.
And they've got some new products. But I can tell you, anxiety, and maybe you're seeing this, Jay, when people come into your store, they're just having this overall sense of not well-being.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let's turn her mic on, guys. Because here's what I'm thinking. I wake up, there's a headache. There's you're not sleeping. There's, sorry, Freddie, menopause. There's all these things. There's getting back to work. There's people. I mean, you and I we start meetings at 6 o'clock in the morning
I have my menopause.
through texting.
You know, you never heard of male menopause?
Apparently I fell asleep talking to my son on the phone last night, and I didn't even know it till I woke up. And Chuck says to me, "You fell asleep talking to Aaron on the phone." No recollection whatsoever. We go and go and go, and you can't even put your finger on what it is. It's just this feeling of you're not
Wait a
quite
minute, didn't she
right.
just tell us she doesn't sleep? And now she's falling asleep
I
on the
slept
phone?
last night. 1 night out of 7 a week I sleep.
I don't know.
She just doesn't get that good, healthy sleep.
Exactly.
I sleep,
Oh, is
but
that what
not
it
get
is?
that good, healthy sleep. There's a difference. We wake up in the morning and you can tell. You can tell if you've gotten that really good, healthy sleep or if you just slept.
Right, or you know how many times you got up and looked at the clock in between.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Right, you sleep,
For
but you're
sure.
up, there's 3:23, it's 5:27, it's whatever it is. What are you saying to people when they walk in and say, I can't pinpoint it, I just need something?
Well, I mean, we've said it all along, and I'll keep saying it because it's all about keeping our serotonin levels in check. It's about keeping our endocannabinoid system happy and not going through the ups and downs throughout the day. You know, so if I have a customer that comes in and they're experiencing the ups and downs throughout the day, which I think we all are, because just like you said, you know, we're trying to figure out what the new normal is. Like, everybody's going back to work, and like yesterday morning when I got on 95 to head to work, like, I knew that it was going to be a busy day because 95 was almost a parking lot. It was crazy. So I
Really?
could tell that people were starting to move, you know, and as we start to get back into the new normal, people are going to need help with the daily anxiety and the stress and things like that, and it all goes back to your serotonin levels. So, like with Freddie takes the water soluble.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is the fastest acting product.
So that's
that
why
we
I
have.
gulped this one down.
Say that again?
I gulped this coffee down.
Yeah, I mean,
first
the water soluble takes about 5 to 7 minutes for you to start to feel the effects of it.
Yeah, look, he's already calmer.
And yeah, and then some people don't want to have to put it down in their coffee or whatever. They'd rather do a sublingual oil, which is fine. You know, you put that one under your tongue, hold it for 60 to 90 seconds and swallow it. It takes a little longer for it to take effect, but it lasts a little longer. And then we have customers that come in that just go straight for the edibles. They want to do edibles, and that's great. It's all in what works with their day. You know, we have the capsules too. So it's all about fitting it into their daily routine. I know when people come in and they buy an edible is all great. You're still getting CBD in your system, which is what the ultimate goal is. I just tell them the next time that they come in, I ask them, how many edibles are you eating every day? Because it's not exactly cost effective. So let's not put that stress on the table too. So
You know
they're
what
just
else I love?
different.
I love your the hard candies, because those seem to have, and I don't know what the delivery agent is different from the edibles, which are the more, I think of the gummies, and then those little hard candies versus the I've tried a lot of your older products, we've known you for 6 months, but I know you have a line of new products. What's the difference between the hard candies, they're like little sucking candies, and then the edibles?
It's just how you want to ingest it. You know, some people don't care for a gummy because they don't like the texture of it, so they'd rather suck on a hard candy.
Same dosing?
Oh yeah, yeah. We have our edibles come in a 5 milligram, 10 milligram, and now they have a 25 milligram, which is amazing.
Wow.
So the hard candies are 10. The vegan come in 5, 10, and then we also carry a full spectrum in 25. And gummies are 10 and 25.
We have the ones, the drops, the neuro, then you've got the sublingual, you've got the edibles. You also have vaping. And there's been some discussion on the vaping that it's helping with lung function.
Okay, well, vaping is the fastest way. I know that I said that the water soluble was the fastest way. That's the fastest way between that and the sublingual oil. But vaping is the fastest way to get it into your system. However, it doesn't build the cannabinoids in your system. So it's kind of like one of those things, honey, the horses are already out. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm feeling stressed, or I'm having an anxiety attack, or you know what I mean? Or we have customers that use it before they go to bed. See, the great thing about the vape line is that they're terpene driven. So you can actually, there's a chart where you can look and see each one has different things. Like the watermelon OG is calming, soothing, focus, and relaxing. You know, the grape ape is great for before you go to bed because it's calming, soothing, and relaxing. So it doesn't have the focus that the watermelon OG does, but it's great. And you just take 2 or 3 pulls off of it, and that's it. I mean, it's like, it is the fastest way to get it into your system.
But let's talk about the controversy in vaping, because nobody really knows since it's such a new science.
Right.
And unfortunately, because we are such a dynamic human race, we decided to put pollutants in vaping, and all of a sudden it goes sideways, and then they're blaming the whole industry. Same thing with the nicotine in cigarettes and everything else. Now, I happen to know that the heat in cigarettes is the major problem, because it destroys the cells in the lung. Vaping doesn't have that issue because there's technically no heat, but there have been put stuff in the product that has hurt you. I think it's vitamin D, vitamin A, I don't
The
know.
E.
An E?
E.
And when that goes inhaled in molecule, it does something to the lung tissue.
Right.
So my question is, with all the controversy, is it safe to use?
Well, I don't know if vaping is safe by any means. I don't, but ours are all natural. Everything that's in there is all natural. So there are no chemicals or anything like that. And you know, the great thing about this company and about SunMed is every batch is tested. So if that batch does not pass testing, it doesn't come to my shelf. It doesn't, they scratch it and start all over again. So there isn't just random,
Put it out on the market. And
right,
good
yeah.
luck. Let's
I
see
mean,
what
like they
happens.
test, there's not random testing. Like every batch gets tested.
Okay.
And-
Now, the human body will always let you know something's wrong.
Right.
Like with Dawn not sleeping at night, waking up at 2 in the morning, things of that nature. If you subtract the amount of stress that we go through on a daily basis, there may be something physically wrong, which you go to your doctor and yada, yada, yada. But what I like about, good morning, what I like about CBD is it lowers the intensity of whatever you're going through. It doesn't make you high. I'm not talking about drinking a shot of this or that. It doesn't do that.
It's nice to see you calm, actually.
It's a different effect. Well, it
How do you
takes-
feel?
I feel much better.
It's been about 20 minutes.
I
15.
feel at ease. It feels like the edge. You know, it's funny because I've seen a lot of liquor commercials where people have a scotch or a bourbon and they say it takes the edge off, right? That's a different edge than this. This is more inner core because we've been running the last 3 weeks nonstop. And I would say 6 out of 7 days. It's just been nonstop. And what begins to happen is we're meeting with business owners because they want to get back on. And a lot of them are having a hard time doing it. PPP, the whole nine. I mean, I don't have to tell you the same story. You already know it.
And your normal is now here instead of here.
Yes. And
your baseline is this much higher on anxiety.
And you're sensitive to it.
Yeah.
This is the difference. Because I'm feeling this, the anguish that they're going through as well, because we are all in this together. The whole market wants to survive. And you're beginning to feel anguish. So if you have one meeting that turns to 5, that turns to 25 meetings of anguish, you're going to feel it. You're going to start feeling this thing. And so I run to the CBD and I take it because it gives me a moment to catch my breath. That's what it does for me. And I can feel it in a core.
We have a caller also.
We do?
Yeah.
Who's on the line?
Kenny Love.
Mr. Kenny Love. You see, and all the good things happen at one time.
I know.
Mr. Love, how are you?
I love you guys. Love you guys. Love.
We love you too, Kenny. I have to tell you, the flowers you brought in 2 weeks ago are still beautiful in my house. Isn't that amazing? Almost 2
That's
weeks
'cause
later,
you're-
they're still beautiful.
Yeah, that's because you're such love, Dawn, that they're just blooming around you.
Oh, well, thank you for bringing those. What's happening with Florida Love and Kenny Love and all of these great things?
Florida Love is amazing. I have 3 extraordinary guests this week. I have a love coach. I have a new app, actually, that provides employment for Florida. You can actually download it. It's called Ubi. I have the president of Ubi coming on.
Did he say
And Sharon's going to sing a love song to the love coach. So we're spreading a lot of love. And so I know nothing about CBD. When you're talking about CBD, I print a lot of stuff for it. I know nothing about it. So I'd love to hear more about that.
Well, you're the perfect person to educate, because a lot of people that don't know about CBD, they shy away from it because they think, I'm going to be smoking a joint with these people. And there's no way, bottom line here, that you can get high in CBD.
But this is
There's no way.
perfect. So, Jay,
It's
if
health
someone,
without the high.
if
Yeah.
someone calls you and said, like this call, I have no idea about CBD, what's your first response?
This is what I tell them. CBD is a cannabinoid. Our bodies naturally produce cannabinoids. Just most of us don't produce enough. So what that does is it affects our serotonin levels and it affects the inflammation that's in our body. So what our products are designed to do is to help regulate the amount of cannabinoids that are in our bodies to keep our body in homeostasis, to keep it level, to keep us in that good feeling. We're your good feeling store. We're your make it happen store today. It's just, we have so many different products that help in so many different ways. It was like we were talking about the new products, the CBG and the CBN. The CBG, I call it CB Go, because when I get up in the morning, I take my CBG, and the terpenes hit me first, and then the CBG carries me through my day. And at 3 o'clock, if I feel like I'm having that low that a lot of us have, then I take a little more. I just listen. I listen to my body. That's what we have to do. The CBN. I don't sleep well at night. I have insomnia. I can sleep, I just don't get the good, healthy sleep. So I've started taking the CBN at night. And before these products came out, I took a full spectrum oil. I took a half of a dropper in the morning, 3/4 of a dropper at night, because I knew that extra quarter of a dropper would get me into that good, healthy sleep. But Maddie, my daughter, and I have a habit of when we get a new product, we're the first ones that try it because we want to be able to tell our customers what it tastes like, how does it feel. We even tried the organics, and let me tell you, it's great. The organics are great because we do have customers that are looking for organic products. And I won't tell you that it has the greatest taste in the world, but if that's what you're looking for,
But
we've
it
got
boosts your
it.
system, correct?
Right.
Now let me ask you: is there ever something where you're taking the product and the body now hits a certain level, and you have to take more, or it's not effective, or you have to change?
Actually, it's the other way around. Like after you've taken it for, 3 or 4 months, depending on, CBD interacts with everybody's receptors in their body different because our fat intake is different and our metabolism is different. So that's why when a customer comes in and I start them on a daily regimen, we start them at a half of a dropper in the morning, half a dropper at night. After 3 days, we evaluate. And if they don't feel that they're getting the results that they want, then we increase it by a quarter of a dropper. The same goes to if they're taking it 3, 4, 5 months down the road, they ideally could start to back off of it, because what we're doing is we're training the receptors that are in our bodies
Right.
to do the things that they're supposed to do, which is to keep our serotonin levels level and to keep the inflammation down in our body that causes our pain. So there is actually a time that some customers can actually start to decrease. And that's why we have different milligrams. Like an oil, we sell it at 500 milligrams per bottle, 750, 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000. We sell it in different milligrams because not everybody needs 100 milligrams of CBD every day. It just depends. It depends on what it is that you're trying to target. And it depends on your body because everybody's body is different.
But look how cool that is. See, Ken, what they do is you go in, they evaluate you, they start you off, and it isn't about pushing product on you.
No.
They're pushing health on you. They're using your
Information.
body system to talk to them, and then as you taper off, you may take something here and there to keep the levels because, let's face it, as you get older, these things begin to dry up on you. It happens. So when you start putting the CBD in you, it starts using what you have, getting you to a certain level. But I've noticed that I am more calm. Yeah, I got my moments. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? But it does calm you down in the long run if you stay
Well, I'm
with
sitting
it.
here watching you because I feel like we didn't even have a weekend. We kept working. But your level, and I said to you yesterday after 4 meetings, I don't know how you do it because we've had so many new phone calls and longtime clients that say, how can you help me? And you keep finding a way.
Yes, and I have told clients, I says, do yourself a favor. This stuff is magical, by the way. And I said, listen, do you drink coffee, tea, or milk? Do you drink it? He says, take a little bit of this. Now, I take the whole dosage, good, better, and different, because I'm going to tell
What's
you.
the dosing on that bottle?
Whatever it is. This one, I don't know. Whatever it is.
That's the Neuro is a 900 milligrams, so a full milliliter is 30 milligrams of CBD.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
And you just
And
do that in the morning?
In the morning. And it
And it
lasts
gets you through the day?
all
Yeah.
day. Now, if I'm having a real rough day, I may take a little squirt here and there.
Exactly.
But the bottom line is, it's the clear thinking, because I've always preached that you can't make good decisions when you panic.
Right.
There's absolutely no way in the world. You'd rather just sit down and let the day go by, because you're going to make a bad deal to make a deal. You're going to regret it the next day. So I've told people this thing. And then you start adding other formulas, things become more appreciative. What we do for a living becomes more appreciated because all of a sudden you're not chasing your tail, you're chasing a dream. There's so much psychological.
Go on,
that has
Freddie.
to go on. How are you?
I love
Ken?
you guys. I have a 9:30 call. I want to thank you and love you all.
Now, I just want to
Have a
announce real quick
beautiful-
the Ken Love Show is going to be on Fuego. It's going to be on our Latin beat because we want to bring some love to the Latin community
Oh,
as
nice.
well.
When are we
I
doing
got
that?
people on Friday. I got people writing into me, how come we ain't got the Love Show in Spanish? So we're going to be attempting to do that on Friday, and
All
Ken is
right.
going to be participating with that
Thanks,
as well.
Kenny. Have a great day. Thanks for checking in with us.
Muy bonita. Have a beautiful day. Love you guys.
There you go. All
And
right, Ken.
love in Spanish is what? Amor?
Mucho cariño y amor.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Mucho cariño y amor.
Mucho cariño y amor.
Yeah.
There you
It's
go.
going to be a whole fun circuit with that.
All right, let's go to commercial
All
break.
right, let's do that.
When we come back, more with your CBD store. We've got Jay joining us. Any questions, let us know or just call to say good morning. 888-994-4995.
You give out the right number?
Studio A is right there. There's a lot of numbers in front of me. Studio A, and we will be right back.
The benefits of CBD are well known, but not all CBD is equal. At your CBD store, our award-winning products are made from organic industrial hemp. Your CBD store products are third-party tested for purity, and we offer a wide variety of products to meet your needs and preferences. From water solubles, topical creams, and oil drops to pet products. Visit your CBD store and let our knowledgeable staff guide you. Your CBD store.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
They call me Don Pablo, and 20 years ago, I discovered my passion for great quality coffee. Today, we're roasting excellent quality coffee that's rich, smooth, and very complex. It's a taste that's new in the world.
I know we have pages, but I don't think it grew.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And that was Kenny Love of the Florida Love Show,
Yes, and he's on Fridays at
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
I know, you've had all these deals going, and then I say to you, sometimes I feel like the bad mom, but we've got this, and we've got that. And it's not that it's not a no, it's just we've got this, and we've got that.
Well, the territory, the ground is changing again, and there are changes in every industry right now going on. And people that were going one step forward have to take 2 steps back because the situation has gotten worse in certain areas and better in others. So we have to sort of, I don't want to tell people we're going to do this and then we can't, or we have to wait 2 weeks. And talking about that, I want to also congratulate Jeff Greenberg, who is opening promo stuff for you on Friday. I think it's opening at 9
AM?
a.m. And I know that we took a vote with the crew, and they're not ready just yet to do
Remotes.
a remote.
You know, actually, one of our crew, she went back to work at the mall, and she said she was surprised to see, now the store she works in, they have regulations. Everyone must wear a mask. There's only a limit based on size and capacity of how many people can be in the store. However, she said people are coming in, not the employees all wear masks. They're coming in without masks. They're coming with masks under their noses.
Or around their chin.
They don't understand that you have to wait in line because one person in, one person out. A lot of things are different going on. The anxiety level of all of that, the exposure, and the more people are opening up, they're here, they're at work, they're at home, they're with their boyfriends, girlfriends. They're exposed to more people. Their anxiety, which then leads to everyone else's anxiety, is so high. So, Jay, I want to ask you, I know you were opening a CBD bar, right, in the Singer Island location?
Yes.
Is that open?
It's not complete yet.
What is that going to look like when it's open?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
Well, currently it's a consultation bar, so it's just kind of half round. And then there's actually a bar that goes on top of it. And what happens is there'll be an app that we have. So you'll come in and you'll tell me what it is that you're trying to target, and I'll put it into the app, and it will tell me, I will formulate your product to your needs. So it'll tell me 3 pumps of this, 2 pumps of this.
Really?
And
That's what
we'll-
I was thinking, right? Different
Yep.
flavors and different.
And you
all
could
the-
pick your flavors and things like that, yes. I'm
So-
pretty excited about it. I don't know how far out it is, though. So
Sounds kind of cool, though, right?
It's logarithm technology.
it is.
It's amazing that you brought that up. Last night I watched my favorite show, Bull, which is the legal show, and they have the same technology where they take what they're looking for jurors, and the computer scans the type of jurors that they want from the jury pool, and they try to get those people on there, and they win. It's successful 98% of the time. But I found out that this technology is actually real, what they're using, what you're using, with logarithms, and it sort of displays what the body needs and what
Well, it's
you're
kind of like
feeling.
a bioidentical and CBD instead of a hormone or a pill, which I like because it's building up your natural endocannabinoid system, which I didn't realize it builds up your system. It's not just a one and go.
No.
It helps build the system to get back to homeostasis kind of on its own with help.
Now, does it matter that the answer, because you're going to be asking questions of the people, I'm assuming.
Oh, for sure.
So if they tell you, what is your stress level? Or the questions, can you tell me your stress level being 1 to 10? The more specific the answer is, closer to the truth, I guess the better the logarithm will work.
Absolutely. As in anything. I mean, I'm not exactly how, I haven't seen the program yet, but the way that you're thinking is absolutely the way that I'm thinking, because I think that would benefit our customers the best. You know, and then it actually, I've been told that it saves the profile, and then the next time that the customer comes in, if we need to adjust it or they want to try a different flavor or whatever it is, then we'll be able to do that as well. So, and that's, I mean, there are a lot of things that set us apart from the other CBD brands in this industry.
Well, nobody does this.
Well, let's talk about
No.
what sets you apart, because that's really important. Not only are you brick and mortar in multiple locations, which is in itself a whole separate idea, what makes you and SunMed stand out?
Well, we are the largest brick and mortar CBD retailer worldwide. So I have customers all the time that, you know, I work the Singer Island store more than I work anywhere, because that's where our base office is for all 4 stores. But, you know, I have customers come in. I had a customer yesterday who is from Oklahoma, and she was like, oh my gosh. She said, I'm here visiting, and she said, I forgot to bring my CBD with me, and I just Googled it just for the heck of it to see maybe if there was one within, you know, 50 or 60 miles. And she said, I'm staying right across the street. She said, I walked here. So it's, they've built a brand that is very transparent, that is great quality, and it's always the same. You know, I hate to even say this, but it's kind of like when you go to Burger King. You know, no matter whether you get a Whopper here in Boca Raton, or if you go to my hometown, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, you get the same Whopper, right? Well, we all have the same product, and we're all educated the same.
But I'm going to tell you the difference. It's the person that serves the Whopper.
Oh,
You see,
absolutely.
it's
I
your
tell my
service
staff that all the
it-
time.
But it's the service that you and your husband and your kids provide. I've never seen anything like this.
Well,
Because you
I'm
actually
not-
care.
I do, and I tell people when they come into my store, and the first thing I say is, hi, welcome to your CBD store. What brings you in today? And if they tell me I'm not familiar with CBD, the first thing I say to them is, listen, I'm very passionate about my product, and I'm very passionate about my brand. I said, so if you feel like I've told you enough, don't be afraid to tell me that I've told you enough. Because I do get very passionate, and it's not just about selling a product to me. Because if I have a customer that comes in and I can just educate them on CBD and the benefits of CBD, I've done my job. Mm-hmm. You know, and I tell them, listen, whether you decide to buy it from me or you decide to buy it from somebody else, that's all great and well. But here are the things that you need to know. 1, you need to make sure that it's grown in the United States. 2, you need to make sure that there is a lab report that's available to you. Because if the company that you're buying your product from, if they can't prove that what's on the label is behind that label, you should not be putting it in your body. You should not. And the third thing is you should ask about their extraction process. And I know that sounds crazy, but you're either ethanol extracted or you're supercritical CO2 extracted. Guys, when I say ethanol extracted to you, what do you think?
I think about the gas that goes in my car.
Think about gas, yeah. Alcohol,
Exactly.
some kind of
And when I
gas.
say supercritical CO2 extracted,
It sounds kind of dangerous.
no, it's
Well,
the
carbon
cleanest.
dioxide, I would think, would
Or
be clean.
CO2. Well,
Right,
CO2 's
CO2,
clean?
yeah.
Carbon
So it's the
dioxide. Is it?
cleanest.
It's air.
It's the cleanest way that you can extract. It's the cleanest, safest way that you can extract from the plant. It's also more expensive. So the difference is when you open up a product that has been ethanol extracted, that's the product that you're gonna see the plant matter in. It's gonna be dark, it's gonna be green, it's gonna be slightly chunky.
That's
okay?
what I've seen plenty of.
Oh, exactly. Okay, so, and when you open a bottle that has been CO2 extracted, unless it's organic, because that is extracted differently. I mean, it's still CO2 extracted, but it has the plant matter in it. It has, because of the regulations in order for it to be organic. But the other products, you shouldn't see plant matter in it. You shouldn't see a dark color. You shouldn't see, there are things that you should and shouldn't see inside that bottle.
Well, I got to touch on that because there was somebody who I met at the radio station on another show. I was producing another show. And this person came up to me and he shows me this chunky, very dark green CBD. And he was explaining to me and a group of other people, at the time that was permissible, and he was explaining how it's from the earth. It is very natural. So I asked him, does it have worms in it? I mean, I wasn't being funny, but how natural is natural? He says, all these other companies, they make it clear, that isn't real. He was doing the opposite of what you're telling me.
Well,
And it tastes horrible, my goodness gracious. Made me nauseous.
Yeah, see, and our flavors aren't that bad. I don't think any of them, I don't care for the natural because it tastes a little earthy, but when I take a Neuro, I put in my orange juice. You know what I mean? It doesn't taste like a Jolly Rancher or a Capri Sun by any means, but it doesn't taste so bad that you want to gag on it either. I encourage people to do their research. Like, do your research. If somebody tells you that it should be chunky and it should have plant matter in it, look it up. I mean, you can't believe everything that you read on the internet, but there are reputable sites out there that you can find out information on.
Well, right away, I should have known better because I asked him, okay, where's your store? How do you, and he didn't have anything. Again, he's selling CBD out of the trunk of his car, and I should have known better. But in the day, I'm talking about, this was going back a ways, when CBD was just coming on the scene, and we had tried, I mean, I must have tried 50 companies from here to there by then. And by far, you want to feel comfortable with what you're taking in. It doesn't give me allergies. It doesn't give me asthma. There were products that you used that you got very ill, right? Skin rash and all this other stuff. So it's not like we're making it up. It does exist. It does happen. Hey, how are you? Yes, we're on. You're over there, right at that entrance to the right. And again, I go back to your other right. Okay, that's fine. I go back to it's the person that you're talking to makes you comfortable. Try new things. Try to understand what it is that you're getting and ingesting in your body. There are fast food chains that can also get you sick. That you go in and you don't, you're trusting them and yada yada, and it doesn't work out. But the consistency is so important with what you do. That's the part I love.
It is, and I tell my staff all the time. It's all about you have to sell them you first.
Yeah.
Like you have to make sure that when a new live stream is out or there's new educational stuff that is pushed down from corporate, we need to make sure that we are all watching it, that we are all understanding it, that we are all relaying that information to our customers because we all need to be consistent, and consistency is key. Knowledge is key, just being able to educate people And I'm not about just selling somebody a product. That's not my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to build a relationship with my customers.
Right.
You know, when my customer comes in and I say, "Morning, Audrey, how are you? You know, are you back for your 750 orange, or would you like to try a different flavor this time?" Do you know, I build those relationships with my customers. Are there times that a customer comes in and they show me a 4,000 milligram bottle that they've bought from somebody else, and I could sell them a 3,000 because that's the highest that we sell? Absolutely. But I listen to my customer. I ask questions. How much of that are you taking? Let me look at the lab report. Let's see how much CBD is actually in that bottle. Because just because it says 4,000 milligrams on the outside, that doesn't mean that there's 4,000 milligrams of CBD. Check your lab reports and make sure that what that label says is actually behind the label.
And the extraction is important.
It is. It's very important.
Usage is important. The person delivering the product that's talking to you and listening, that becomes part of the equation as well. So like Ken said, he knows nothing about it. If you're going to learn this product, learn it the right way. Because if you learn it the wrong way, you're just going to create bigger headaches for you in the future. You're going to walk away from something that can actually help you. And it's really going to be on you because you're not doing your research, you're not doing your homework.
People are writing in, we love your CBD store.
It's the best.
That was Are You Ready? Our friend from Are You Ready?
Are you ready, Seth?
William.
William. And the funny thing is that here we go again. We have stuff going on around us. Hurricane season is upon us, okay? And I'm going to tell you something. I told you last year it was going to be rough. It's going to be rougher than we've ever had in the last 10 years.
Have some more.
So, no, I'm fine.
Oh, good.
I'm just letting people know you just want to chill out. You want to be smart. You want to be clever. If you have a business, you got to be ready. That's what it comes down to.
For sure.
And this gives you the edge that takes away the edge. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. And you still have your 4 stores
I do.
located where?
We are located Singer Island. We are right across the street from Ocean Walk on Singer Island. We are 1600 North Federal Highway in Boynton Beach, which is between Gateway and Boynton Beach Boulevard, right by the Del Sol Bakery. We're in Boca Raton on the corner of 18th and 441. We're just right next to the big, huge car wash there. And then in Pembroke Pines, we're on the corner of Hiatus and Taft, right at the McDonald's drive-thru.
561-430-3936. That's the number over my shoulder. Do me a favor. Let's blow up their phones. This is the one in Boca. Right, I was right at your store, and I had to make a left to go see my new grandson because they're down that way.
Yes, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much. And sort of because I went in that direction, I couldn't go in this direction, but I had to get down to the store because
And they'll
there's
bring
a
you
lot of
whatever
stuff.
you want. They're going to bring me some things also.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
I want to experience this
I know.
stuff.
Oh,
I
you
wanna walk
definitely,
in.
if you haven't been in one of the stores, you have to go in and experience it. It's not like a head shop. It's not like a vape shop. They're like cute little boutiques, like Rachel Quinn, who is the founder of Your CBD Store and the SunMed brand. Her vision was to give people a clean, comfortable space that they could come in and get educated about. And if you don't have time to stop in the store, Google us. Look at our Google pages. Look at our stores. They're such little cute boutiques. It's a clean, comfy space. It's just, I encourage people, stop in and see us. And we are practicing social distancing just like everybody else is. Our new slogan is bodies apart, but still close at heart.
I like that.
So, even if you do come into the store, we're taking the extra measures to keep everybody safe. We're still doing free delivery. I actually have one to do after I leave here today. We're shipping for free because I have some people that aren't comfortable with us delivering to their door, which is fine. I just walk it across the street to the post office in Singer Island and send it on its way. And if you want to call for a free phone consultation, we'd be more than happy to talk to you over the phone about it as well.
Give them a call, 561-430-3936.
And all my friends in New York City, don't be so lazy. Text me an address and let me know, or I'll send you the phone number. You can call and they will ship it up to you as well.
Oh, we ship everywhere.
I mean, right now New York is opening up. Did you see them taking the train and everybody was sitting in there? It looked like a movie. Nobody moves. Everybody's just sitting there, and they're not 4 feet apart on the train. Sorry to tell you. They should have put dots or something, sit here if this is vacant. They didn't do that. Cuomo rode the train, oh, be safe and all this. But my sister wrote to me, and there are high stress levels going on in New York right now, especially in Brooklyn and Queens with the rioting, and I saw a film on looting and everything. It's just ridiculous. Write in. Take the phone number. Call. They'll work something with you, and they'll send the stuff up to you. Yes, even you people with pets. They have the deal for the dogs too and the cats. Call, because when you're stressed, your pet is stressed. And if you don't believe me, take a look at your dog. But give them a call. They'll work something out. They'll send stuff up to you. You're writing to me, but write and call the store.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. We don't often get Jay joining us. I'm excited she came early this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's always been about the delivery. Remember, we did the BioMeridian, and people do it, but it's the reader. And it's the same deal here. And if you've had a bad experience in the past with CBD, you raise your hand, because I had, okay? Come in and give this a shot. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. And if you've never done it, like Ken Love, come on down. Have a little chit chat. Educate yourself about your body, because that's what they're really talking about. She's not looking to sell your product. She's talking about the health of your body and the messages your body's sending you.
Everybody is different.
Everybody's different.
Get that everybody and every body. But boom.
All right, we're going to put you on a high dosage of CBD so to tranquil you up.
Get her some CBN.
Gonna get me some CBN.
We're going to mix it, NBGF, whatever, come up with a word.
Freddie the next morning after she takes her CBN, and you're gonna say, "Well,
You have no idea of how sad I was on Friday when I heard you guys got caught down to Miami.
yeah."
And you weren't coming out. I was like, oh no, the weekend's here, and they're not here to help.
It's all right. I can get it delivered. I can actually even stop by. It's very close to my house. They're in West Boca.
I want to know how it makes you feel. You don't take it like I take it every day.
Well, CBN's different. You take it at night.
Well, this is another thing we touched upon. You got to use the product. You can't use it one time, come back a week later since it didn't work.
No, and that's the problem. You know, a lot of people are like, yeah, I tried CBD. And I'm like, okay, well, what were you taking? How long did you take it? How much were you taking? You know, I start to ask my little questions. You know, once again, everybody's body is different. So what we do is we start our customers low and slow, half a dropper in the morning, half a dropper at night. Go 3 days, because that's about the time that it takes for the cannabinoids to start building up in your body. If you're not feeling the results that you want, then you increase by 1/4 of a dropper. Like, we start you low and slow, because if you take too much CBD, your body's just gonna burn it off like it does vitamin C. So you're just wasting your money. So I'm not gonna start you way up high. We're gonna start you low, and then the next time that you come in, and you show me your bottle or you tell me what you were taking, I'm going to ask you, how much of it are you taking? Oh, you're taking 3/4 and a full dropper? Okay, then I know that we need to go to the next bottle, because it's more cost effective for you that way. So once again, that's why we have bottles that are in different milligrams.
You know, it's funny, the other day, somebody gave Dawn a vitamin C pack in a bottle of water, and she drank it. And
somebody.
And you would, it wasn't me, and you would be shocked to see
right?
what happens.
Yeah.
She was just like all over the place. She was just over a mile a minute.
I am so sensitive to everything, even a vitamin C packet.
Laughing. But your body obviously needed it because it absorbed it.
Yeah.
Because you took it another time and you were normal. It was just at that moment that you needed it. But it goes to show you your body will absorb what it needs. If you give it what it needs, it will absorb.
And that's like the CBN, knowing that she is very sensitive to things. Instead of the normal half of a dropper where it suggests that you start, I would start her on a 1/4 of a dropper and let her do that for a couple nights. And then if she doesn't feel like she's getting the results, then we'll go to the half of a dropper. But she may not need a half a dropper.
Gonna give it a try.
And
Gotta
you're
do
gonna help
some-
you sleep.
She's gonna love it.
Because you know what? When you get a good night's sleep, you can function a whole lot better the next day.
Yeah, and the
For
rest
sure.
of us can too, because you don't drive us as nuts.
Exactly.
They were
Then we don't
changing-
affect the people that are around us too.
We had to add milk to the coffee machine. She must have asked me 17,000 times, we need to add milk to the coffee machine. That's how she asked. Yes, I know. We're going to get to that. We need to add. So I asked the kids, can you please
did
change
it.
this before I hit her over the head with a 2x4? Because she's driving me insane. Yes, they did it because we heard you 19,000 times later.
It's all good. It got done. Thanks so much for joining us. Contact your CBD store for locations.
Thank you.
Bravo!
Have some more.
No, I'm good.
It's just nice to see you happy and laughing again. That I got to tell you.
And I got to tell you, this stuff smells delicious.
Teddy
I
came in
love
this morning
that.
using
My
that.
gosh.
She said she has a trigger from her archery. She must have archeried wrong. She says, can I use some of that pain cream? I said, it's not pain cream, the top. This is the body lotion. I don't
This
even
is
know
the
where the
lotion.
topical is. I think
The tropical?
it's MIA.
No, it's not MIA. It's got to be there.
No,
Unless somebody
the-
took it home.
We don't know who took it. We don't know what bag it ended up in.
I don't know, because I know nothing. I stay neutral.
The other topical cream, so we'll get more of that also.
But this smells delicious. You know, this could be even a room sanitizer. You put this on in your car, right? I found it. I put it on a little swab, and I left it in the car.
It's like my daughter said, Mom, why don't they come out with candles?
Exactly.
Yes.
What a great idea.
I'm like,
This
that would be
smells-
wonderful. Can we get those, please?
This smells unbelievable, and the cream is fantastic.
Sounds great. Slick Speaks, are you this morning at 10:30? He's shaking his head yes. What are you talking about? All right.
It's controversial to yourself. What is it about? Does it have a theme?
All right, well, so tune in a half hour. We're going to find that out also.
What is it?
He says you'll just see.
Okay, and you're set up in that studio? Yeah. All right, it's going to be Slick Speaks today at 10:30.
Slick Speaks at 10:30. I think we've got Fuego at 11:30.
I don't think they're doing a show today. I
All
think
right.
they're doing it tomorrow.
All right, then all
I'm
in.
a little confused.
More to do. We got some artists. We got a lot of things changing, moving the studio, changing the energy. Freddie's got his neuro, so now we are good to go, everybody. Contact your CBD store, Boca, East Boynton, Singer Island, and Pembroke Pines. And as always, have a great morning. Be kind to each other. Stay safe. Wash your hands.
Don't speed and drive, but don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light.